Hello and welcome to Square One Games. My name is Exonovan and this is my road to completion guide for Infamous First Light. In this series, I'm going to be showing you how to get every single trophy this game has to offer, and I really hope you guys enjoy the run. Let's go ahead and press X to get started. We can of course select our difficulty. There are no trophies for completing the game on the normal or expert difficulty, so you can go ahead and select easy and we'll get this thing started.
What you've been through is unimaginable. But I can't help you unless you open up. Miss Walker. Miss Walker.
Fetch! Please, tell me what happened.
Okay. My parents called me in when they found out I had powers. I was dumbstruck. But my brother Brent, he always took care of me. He just grabbed my hand and we ran. Spent a few years living on the streets, staying out of sight, keeping on the move. We did some shitty things to make money. But that job we pulled before leaving Seattle, worse than the rest of it combined.
Come on, sis. It's just one more job.
It's all loaded up, let's just go.
No, this one's the payday.
Mm-hmm. How much?
Enough to rent a decent place.
Yeah?
Yeah. Enough for a short-tailed Burmese cat. Huh?
Oh, that's low.
It's enough for a fresh start. We could use one. Shit, get out, get out!
What?
It's the cops. You hide. I'll distract them.
No, wait. You do this job, we leave tonight. No one will be able to find us?
Yeah, as soon as... No. Do not use your powers.
I'm not gonna kill anyone, just carry my weight.
Fetch!
Okay.
Hey! You! Come over here. Look at me. Eyes up. Right here.
Is this really necessary?
On the process. All right, kid. Over here.
Just walk toward the police guys until you get the prompt.
On this dock. If I search that boat of yours, am I gonna find him?
Wait! You wanna see a trick?
Alright, just press and hold down O and just zip right past these guys. There'll be a little cutscene right here.
Brent always pushed me to keep my powers secret. If anyone knew a conduit was in town, there'd be a manhunt, and it happened before. But that night, I wasn't worried. I'd use my powers to get the job done, then the two of us would take off. We'd be miles away before the DUP showed up.
Now we're gonna have to evade the police here, so we just want to take a right, go out to the road, take another right, and go all the way to the parking garage. It's gonna be directly in front of you, and just go to the stairwell. Right across. Just go up to the second floor.
I've been safe.
You'll see floor number 2 right there. And then just hang tight right here. There's usually a guard that'll show up in this area. If he does, you go up to floor 3. If he doesn't, you're good to go. So we'll just kind of wait right here and see what the police do. I've had it happen both ways, so in practice. Okay, there's the police. So you just head up here to this area and then wait. Sometimes that guard will not show up on the second floor. If he doesn't, then you'll be good, but if he does, just come up here and just kind of chill.
Just gotta stay out of
And then we're just waiting for a phone call. We're gonna get him marked on our mini map. If you press options and go over to your map, you can do that by pressing you know, R1, L1 or R2, L2, both of them work. Just go to your map and you can scroll out by hitting down on the right thumbstick, and you can go up here to this area. It's gonna be this building right here. Just set you a marker. You'll eventually get a marker in game that'll tell you where to go, but we're gonna start heading that way a little bit early just to save some time. Just press O. We'll just continue to wait for the phone call. You can see our waypoints on our mini map down there. And I placed that waypoint, guys, by pressing X.
Brent, you okay?
Yeah.
All right, we'll head that way now.
As soon as you started to glow,
Just hold down O.
This is too dangerous. We need to leave now. The DUP's coming.
I thought you wanted a fresh start. And you know I want that cat. Just tell me what the job is so I can do it.
Fine. Just be fast. It's the penthouse at 3rd and Stone. Break in, grab the red duffel bag.
Okay. What's in the bag?
You get it? And we're leaving with a literal boatload of cash.
I like the sound of that. We'll get out of Dodge, Brent. You're always one step ahead of me.
Just be fast. The thought of you in a DUP prison, I couldn't live with myself.
Again, I'm just holding down O. Most of you who've are playing this game has probably played Infamous Second Son, so you kind of are aware of the controls. But if not, those of you who are just playing this for the first time, I will try to help you with the controls as much as possible. That's the fetch icon right there. You look on the mini map, you can see the F there in the black circle. Anytime we see that, that's leading us to main mission objectives. So that's how we're gonna know where to go on the mini map. So we'll just walk up to the door, press the touchpad. It's not gonna let us in, and then just spam R2
Knock, knock.
3 or 4 times, and then just walk through.
What?
There'll be about 5 guys in here. You can just hold down L2 and then hit R2 to fire on these guys. There'll be some other dudes over here.
That's it.
You can also punch them if you want by hitting square like this. It's whichever one you feel like is better for you.
Where's that duffel?
Really doesn't matter per the storyline as long as they die. Again, L2, R2, right? To fire, or square, whichever one you guys prefer. Just take those dudes out and then pick up the bag here by pressing the touchpad.
Hey. Gotta charge up. Gonna need it.
All right, so just walk over to the emergency light over here and press the touchpad to drain some neon. And then we're just gonna set a way marker or a waypoint to this area right here, guys. Again, just press X to set that. And we'll just head in that direction while they talk.
Were you in that? What happened?
The place was full of Russians dancing around a bomb.
Shit. The Currens. They found him.
Found who?
My boss. If they knew about the penthouse, then they'll know about our boat. We gotta go now.
Fine, warm up the engine. I'll be right there.
I'm sorry about all this. I really wanted to get you that Burmese cat.
I know. Next time, though.
Hatch, stay away from the boat. The Currens are just outside. They got guns.
What? I'll be right there.
No, you have one of your panic attacks near these.
You can hop over this by just holding down the X button when you jump. That causes you to float. That gets you over here a little bit quicker. Then we're just gonna run down here and trigger this next event, guys.
Brent? Brent? Brent! Come on, Tommy. Where are you? No. I need you. Whenever I'd start to freak out, I'd focus on Brent. It was the only thing that'd calm me down. I clung to a good memory. First night in Seattle, we found this overpass and got out of the rain. Ended up reading comics by flashlight until we fell asleep. Later, this guy snuck in and tried to steal what little we had. And I was about to make him pay for it. But that night, we established the rules. Rule number 1, no powers, no matter what. We might lose some gear, but Brent didn't want us to lose us. I shouldn't have used my powers. It was my fault he was gone. It was my... I lost it!
Alright, and that's going to get us our first trophy, guys, called Lost. It's going to pop here in just a second.
Those breaks from reality changed me. I'd wake up with new powers. It was like my body decided to fight, but my mind just gave up.
You've been very forthcoming, Miss Walker. How about a break? You can show me the skill you acquired from your mental snap. I thought you wanted to get control of your powers. That's what we're here for.
I don't know. Last time I used them...
We'll start with something simple. I'll be watching your progress from up there. Please don't try anything stupid.
All I do is stupid.
No, Miss Walker. You're a survivor. Everyone has a weakness. You just have to look for it.
So if you guys played Infamous Second Son, you're very well aware of the weak points you can trigger on enemies by holding down the L2 button. You see how we have the glowing body part? That lets you know that it's a weak point. That's the best way to kill an enemy. It's the fastest way to kill an enemy. And there's also some challenges we have to complete concerning these weak points. But overall, because we're playing on the easy difficulty, it's really not necessary to focus too much on these once we get past the challenges, which I'll explain as the run continues. But for now, just for the just to be able to complete the tutorial, let's go ahead and hold down L2 and just fire on those glowing parts on these enemies' bodies and get rid of this tutorial or pass this tutorial. Now we're gonna have to do 5 targets. Again, we'll do the same thing. Hold down L2, press R2 to fire. Takes care of all that.
Not great, but you just started. Perhaps you'd like more relatable targets. Impressive, aren't they? These hard light holograms look and feel real. Now, please kill them.
I don't just mindlessly shoot things, okay?
Oh, the conduit up here making those holograms, Eugene, he won't mind.
What's the point?
The point is survival. Not just for you, but for those who can't defend themselves. Go on, protect him.
All right, so you see in the right hand side of the screen there, it says friend of the people, 3 hostage saves, and then it says 0 of 3. To the left, it says 1 SP. So there are 4 trophies that are attached to completing challenges in this game. What you see on the screen there on the right is considered a challenge, okay? That's really the biggest issue with getting this platinum. We're just gonna let this dude die for now. Actually, I'll just pause it so we can talk. That's the biggest issue for getting your platinum, is gonna be the time-consuming process of completing all the challenges, and there are a bunch of challenges, guys, a bunch. I'm gonna be showing you how to unlock every single challenge through farming spots. That way all of us can play the game however we choose, whether we wanna use melee a lot or comet drops or just regular neon bolts to attack. Doesn't really matter, because once we get to certain parts of the game, I'm gonna have farming spots set up, and then we can all leave that farming area with a certain amount of challenges under our belt, if that makes sense. And we'll continue to rinse and repeat that process through various farming spots until we get to the end of the game and of course get our trophy. And I'll talk about challenges here in a few once they show up. Right now they're offline, we can't really see them all, and we'll go into kind of more detail about them, and we'll do the same thing with upgrades. All right, let's see if I can pull this off before he dies. Cool, he still had 15% health. We'll take that. So save him.
Still have some fight in you. Let's hope your other senses.
And then if you press L3, you'll get like a shock wave that will let you know. See how you can see him through walls? You can also see him on the mini map down there. You see the green icon, that's a hostage that you need to save, and then the 3 red circles, that's the enemies that you need to kill.
Well done. Now, I've hidden a second hostage somewhere nearby, but this time...
This guy usually shows up over here.
He'll die. Horribly.
Yeah. Okay. See how it says challenge complete, friend of the people, 1 SP? That's 1 skill point that we just picked up. You get skill points for completing challenges. I think it's going to give us a tutorial right now that will explain that. So press options. And you can see that these are the challenges that are currently available right now. Friend of the people, there's another one called Guardian. Notice that the friend of the people is in yellow. That means we've completed it. We don't have to do it again. We've already earned that skill point. Guardian is in white. There's 1 skill point attached to that. We obviously have 3 because it carries over from the first one. That's going to happen with a lot of the challenges, which is great for us because we can just farm for the bigger challenge and of course get all the ones that are previous to that challenge. Like for instance, this one, all I would need to do really is farm 10 hostage saves, and that will of course get me Guardian and friend of the people, if that makes sense. So it kind of dominoes into the previous challenges. And like I said, there's a bunch. You can see at the bottom there where it says 1 of 60. There's 60 global challenges, and then there's some other challenges you have to complete in other areas of the game. So there's quite a bit. I'm gonna try to keep you guys out of the menu a lot and just tell you what to do. That way it'll save you some time in your game, but I just kind of wanted to explain that. Let's talk about upgrades. It's gonna give us an upgrade tutorial. Just press L2. This is your upgrade skill tree. There are more skills than what you see on the screen right now. Basically it's telling us that we have to upgrade this one to continue, which we'll do in a second. You see how there's 5 categories on the left. They of course have various skill trees attached to them. Then there's 3 on the right that are locked. Those are going to open up as the story progresses, and we do have to of course complete those as well to get the trophy for upgrading our skill tree. The way that this game is set up, you have to complete every single challenge, which will of course get you 4 trophies. And then all the skill points that you get from completing all the challenges is the exact number of skill points you need to do all the upgrades. So you can't get all the upgrades, you can't get that trophy unless you do all the challenges. So there's basically 5 trophies that are attached to the challenge / upgrade portion of this game. So that's really going to be the bulk of the issue with getting your platinum for this game. Which is why I wanted to make a guide for it. It's not difficult, but it can be very time consuming if you're not aware of how to get the challenges completed in a timely manner. So I'll be showing you guys that as the run continues. Let's go ahead and upgrade Photon Jump with our 1 skill point. You can see where the circle is, and then there's the 1 right there. Like that one says 5, that one says 3. That's of course how many skill points it takes to upgrade. In the bottom right, you can see it says cost 1 SP. You have 1 SP. We got 1 SP for finishing up the friend of the people challenge a second ago. When we freed those 3 hostages, we got 1 skill point. That's how we're able to afford this. So we'll go ahead and press X to upgrade, and then just O to return the game.
Push yourself. How high can you jump?
Now this is a jump tutorial. This is very important. Obviously jumping in this game and moving around is going to be one of your biggest assets. Especially when you're collecting things on the world map, which we'll get to in a few minutes. One thing you'll need to know is that it wants you to believe that the only way that you can photon jump is to be pressing O running around the map and then press X. And that's true. We'll do that in a second. But another way that you can photon jump is from a stationary position just like this, meaning you're not moving at all. And the way that you do that, and I'll try to do this on my controller near the mic so you guys can hear it. You're gonna press O and X really quick together. So OX, 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 watch, OX. Hold on, see how I was able to jump pretty much from a stationary position? That comes in handy when you're collecting stuff on the world map. Now you can also hold down O like this and press X, right? And get a boost, but you can do it from a stationary position as well. Again, OX, really quick together, OX. And you'll need to learn that as you continue to play the game, especially when we're collecting stuff on the world map. So just keep that in mind. Again, let's free these hostages. We're working on another challenge. You can see that in the right hand side of the screen. Guardian, we have to free 10 hostages.
I can't breathe.
Now, I want you to notice one thing about the hostages. If you look on the minimap right now, there's those two enemies. See the minimap? There's circles, red circles, but they're filled in with black. Those are regular enemies. If you look now on the minimap, you'll see the green circle with the red circles, but they're filled in red. That means that you have to kill the red circles to free the hostage. And that comes in handy for later on because there'll be enemies surrounding the hostage that are not actually holding the hostage up, if that makes sense. They're just regular enemies like these guys up here. Just like I said, if you look on the minimap, you'll see the black circle with the red outline. Those two guys, see that? They don't count toward freeing the hostage. You only have to free the guys that are circled in red. These guys. To be able to free the hostage. And like I said, that's going to come in handy when we get to challenge runs later. We have to come back near the end of the run and play out these Curtain K arenas. And you'll need to kind of have a good understanding of how to read the map, the mini map, to be able to pull that off. And of course, I'll do more tutorials when we get there. But for now, just kind of keep that in the back of your mind that when it comes to freeing the hostages, you're just looking for the circles on the mini map that are filled in red. Like these guys. If you look at the mini map now, you'll see that I'm shooting the guys that are filled in red.
Get out of here.
These guys are not filled in red. So see how these guys right here have on the mini map, they're a black circle with a red outline. They don't count when it comes to freeing the hostages. Just the other circles, which you'll be able to see in a second when another hostage shows up. See how those circles they're completely red, they're filled in red, plus they have a red outline. And then once you kill those two guys, the hostages can be freed. If either one of those guys still exists, you can't free the hostage. And you can see at the top of the screen, we have the 8 check marks, and then there's 2 icons that are left. That means we have 2 hostages left to free in order to get our Guardian challenge completed.
This next group is unpleasant.
But again, you're just holding down L2 and hitting R2 to fire on the targets. And because you're playing on easy, you can take some shots from the enemy, you know. All right, get these guys. Okay, that should be it.
That was an acceptable performance on the hostage exercise. We keep score, you know. Other conduit achievements are posted to irritate and inspire you. I'm always open to more training. Perhaps You'd like to surpass them.
And you mainly want to focus on getting these weak points at this stage in the game, guys, just for practice. All right, guys, so now you can see that we've opened up the alpha arena. I'll show you that in a second once this cutscene's over.
Take a seat. I'd like you to resume your explanation of what happened in Seattle.
After a night of tearing up the city looking for my brother, I ended up back at what was left of our boat. That's where I met him. He was looking for Brent too.
Excuse me, sweetheart. I'm sorry, have you seen a fella rocking a mohawk around here somewhere?
Wait, you know Brent? Are you with those Russians?
What, the occurrence? No, hell no. Are you saying they're the ones who did this? Damn it, they keep kidnapping my employees.
Kidnap? Wait! Do you know where they have him? Can you take me?
Oh, slow down there, sugar. I'm sure you do not want to get that pretty face caught up in all this trouble. You know, I don't know what you had worked out with Brent, but,
He's my brother. Help me.
Brother? Are you Fetch? I'm Shane. Shane? You know, Brent never told me that his sister was such a pretty little thing.
Please. Just tell me where to look.
East side, mainly.
Thank you. And if you think of anything else, then call me on Brent's phone, all right?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, sweetheart. Just make sure you take care of that, all right?
Gotta get this city ready for the real me. Need some neon. Lots of neon.
All right, guys, let's head to our next mission point there. You can see it on the mini map. If you press options, and you can see it right there as well. We're just heading in that direction.
Hey there, Fetch. Now, I put out my feelers, but these occurrences are on a hair trigger. We'll have to move fast on the lead.
Okay, I'm already headed for some neon gas.
Oh, I reckon. Now, I love huffing gas as much as the next guy, but that really...
It's a trick I picked up back in Jersey. The gas helps me run insanely fast.
That right? I'm gonna have to take your word on that, conduit. What other secrets you got?
Sorry, Shane. Gotta go.
All right, we'll just press touchpad to drain this neon, guys.
Come on, cough it up! All right, you lazy neon gas. Go make yourself useful.
All right, now we have to collect these neon lumens, which is the red orbs right here. That's going to be for a trophy a little bit later on. We have to collect each one of them in each area, but for now we just have to collect these three.
That's a boost.
Let's collect these three. The last one's going to be up here on this
I need all the firepower.
water tower.
They taste good. A big one. And it moves.
Then we'll head down to the race icon.
Fetch, sweetheart, did you have something to do with that light show by the needle?
I told you I gotta go. Something really distracting just came into my field of view. You wanna stand? Bye.
Now, the way that this works, guys, there's going to be race icons that'll appear around the map. They're not up there yet, but once we finish this tutorial, they will. We have to complete those, obviously, for another trophy in the game. The way that this works, like anytime you hold down O, you're not going to see it now, but anytime you press down on the O button when you're playing the game, these neon gas clouds will show up. They'll be bigger, and you'll see that in just a second. And it lets you zoom around the map really fast, okay? Which is what we're going to be utilizing to get a lot of the collectibles. I just wanted to kind of point that out before we get started. You'll get to see it now when we start this race. Just press up on the D-pad. See how they're bigger now? They'll get bigger when you press O on the controller. And then you're able to run through them and get a lot of speed. You can test it out now. See how you can just run through them, hold down O, and you go super fast, and you're just trying to catch up with the light, catch up with that lumen that's flying through the air there. We're gonna have to do that all the way around the map in order to get a trophy. It's gonna show us that now. See how we have the collectibles that are showing up now? So you have the area, which right now we're in Seattle Center, 18% cleared. You've got lumens. We've already collected 2 of those. We collected 3, but the other lumen was in a different district. So only in Seattle Center did we collect 2 lumens. And then the lumen races, we just completed 1. Okay, so we're 1 of 4. And then the neon graffiti hasn't shown up yet. We'll get to that later on in the story. And then there's an unknown column. That's part of the story as well. Those are police drones that we have to destroy. There's 7 of them, 1 for each area. We'll get to that later on in the run too. For now though, just focus on learning what the lumen icons look like and then what the race icons look like. The race icons are the flags and the lumens are the little stars. You can see that here. It's telling us about the lumen races. You get skill points for collecting lumen races or for finishing lumen races, and also for connecting collecting the lumens and then doing the neon graffiti side quests as well. Just kind of giving you an idea about that. And that should wrap up that part of the quest. Now we have to defeat these Acurans again. We're going to be focused on hitting those weak points.
Brent! Oh, none of you speak English?
All right, we're also working on another challenge. You can see that on the right hand side of the screen. Svidaniya, you can see that. We have 1 of 50. You have to defeat 50 Acurans. Now, if you kill every Acuran between now and this next sequence, you should get to 50. But the farming spot that I have set up for you guys later on in the run is nothing but Acurans. So if you don't get it, don't worry about it, right? Once we get to the farming spot, we're all going to be able to catch up. So just try to get it if you can, but it's not necessary. Now in the top left, and if you played Second Son, you're very familiar with this this game mechanic, the Singularity, the super move, if you will. Once that meter builds up in the top left of the screen, you can press down on the D-pad and you'll throw out like a big super that'll kill most of the enemies on screen depending on where you throw it. And that's kind of what this portion of the game is, just teaching you a little tutorial. Once we kill these 4 enemies, we'll have enough for a Singularity and then we'll be able to use it. So just go ahead and press X to continue. Again, try to focus on these guys' weak points if you can. Again, not necessary, but will save you time later, okay?
Here it comes.
All right, just press down on the left thumbstick, guys, to throw your Singularity. That's gonna kill everybody on screen. It's a really cool move. I love it. You can see we already have credit for 16 of 50 Acurans, just that quick. Okay, and that finishes up the mission, Free the Neon. Now we're going to be heading in this direction.
Fetch, darling, my feelers just pawed something juicy.
Dude.
Now, the Acurans are about to receive a stockpile of guns. You help me steal them, and I'll have 50 armed men out kicking indoors looking for Brent within the hour.
Great, thank you. And enough with the feelers. I get it, you're a creep, okay? Let's move past it.
Now, I will have you know that some women find me irresistible.
Sure, if you're paying them.
Look, just meet me in the alley behind that sandwich shop when you're ready to steal the guns, all right? Au revoir.
So you see how I'm pressing O, guys, and then you see the neon gas cloud that shows up, but when I'm not pressing O, nothing happens. So that's what I was trying to teach you guys about earlier. So anytime you want to go really fast around the city, just make sure that you're hitting O and then run through the gas cloud, right? And that'll get you there super fast. You can see the F on the mini map. I'll zoom out. It's over here. That's where we're heading. We're gonna do one more quest and then we're gonna go around and start collecting the lumens and doing the races and all that stuff, so we can collect a lot of upgrades for our character. We can get you guys pretty strong to, that way you're not fully leveled up, but you're probably 70% of the way there before we even really start playing the main quest of this. So you're super strong. You can start working on some other challenges at that point as well, once you've upgraded a bit. All right, and then the F icon should be right down here. Okay. Stealing from the enemy. Let's press up on the D-pad to start.
Fetch! My truck's loaded up. Let's go!
Now, they want you to stay on top of his truck. The truck has energy. And of course, if they see how it has an energy bar at the top, if they destroy the truck, then the mission's over. But you don't have to stay on top of the truck, guys. You can roam around. If you get too far away from the truck, it'll force you to go back to it so you don't fall out. But I like to get out here and kind of run around a little bit because I feel like it keeps him from dying as quick. Let's go over here to our challenges. Again, I just pressed options right on the or R1 over to challenges. Now let's go ahead and kind of review these challenges. So now we have a lot of challenges that we need to complete, and some of them are locked. The locked ones open up as you progress the story. The white ones obviously are ones that we could work on now if we wanted to, and then remember the yellow ones are ones that we've already completed. And you can see the ones that are in yellow with the those are the two we did earlier, Friend of the People and Guardian. You can see on the left that I'm just scrolling up and down on my D-pad here. There's continue story. These are all the challenges that you can unlock in the story. And then there's the arenas. The alpha arena, that's the one we just did. We were saving those hostages. That's the two that we completed. And then there's the beta arena and the gamma arena. Those two arenas will open up also as the story progresses, and they will have different unique challenges that we have to complete for those two arenas. So that's where it kind of gets confusing with the challenges. Some challenges carry over, meaning you can get them as part of the story, or you can also get them as part of the arena. Does that make sense? And then there's some that are unique to just the story that you can't get during the arenas, and the same thing for the arena challenges. You can't get those during the story. So I'm gonna hopefully through this series keep all that stuff from being confusing for you guys. It was very confusing for me when I played the game for the first time. So if I could give you guys any piece of advice, it's to stay out of your own menu. Don't worry about none of this. It's gonna confuse you. Just listen to my direction and follow my prompts on screen, and I'll make sure that you get every challenge, guys. Don't worry about it. So, but I did want to show that to you in case you were curious as to how all this worked. The challenges I was telling you guys about earlier, see where it says Bullseye, 25 weak point kills, Sharpshooter, True Sniper, the Professional. Those are the ones I was talking about for weak point kills. And back in the rescue arena, when we were working on the hostages, it was just mainly to get you guys to practice hitting those weak points, because now they're going to start counting, right? You can see that I think I already have credit for 8 of those. So we just want to get to 25 and we'll complete Bullseye, and then we'll keep going to do Sharpshooter, True Sniper, and the Professional. Okay, like I said, not necessary. You can farm it later if you want to, but if I were you, I would again start working on it now. All right, let's head this way. Let me show you what it looks like if you get too far ahead of Shane. Hopefully it'll see how it says get back to Shane's truck. If that happens, he's gonna stop. That's kind of like it's like a tether mechanic that's built into the game. So that's about how far away you can be from his truck without getting in any kind of trouble with the game in terms of failing out of the mission. So you can get out here and start killing these Akurans without him being in any kind of trouble. Like now he's driving up, obviously, because we started to kill some people. But you can get out here and start killing these guys a little bit early so that his truck is protected. There's a dude up here with a rocket launcher. You can kill him. And you're playing on easy, so the chances that his truck gets destroyed is pretty rare anyway. But, you know, little mechanic there that might help some of you guys out if you're having trouble with this. Just destroy all 3 cars so that he can drive through and try to hit these weak points. All right, and we'll keep going. Just gonna head over to this direction. We're gonna drain some signs. Gonna drain this sign. Now we have to hop onto the truck, drain this other sign, and then the truck will start moving. Now you do want to stay on the truck, guys. Okay, we're gonna take out this police car right here. Then there'll be a truck that comes out of this little alley right here. Try to destroy this if you can. Again, there's at least 3 Occurrens inside these trucks. 1 driving and 2 on the back. So each time you take out a truck, you get credit for 3 kills, which gets you closer to your challenge, right? For killing 50 Occurrens. There'll be a truck back over here. Okay. There'll be some trucks right here.
Nice work, heavy hitter.
Okay. Okay, that should give me credit there. Challenge complete. Svidaniya. Again, if you guys didn't get that, don't worry about it. We're gonna farm for it later on anyway. You guys will be good to go. But if you can get it, you know, it just kind of saves you from some time later on.
We should be good. Or not.
You'll have some more opportunities right here. There's usually 4 enemies in these cars.
Got an escape plan. Just have to time it right. Dwayne, you
There'll be some more enemies over here in this area.
Was? Who was that?
Okay, there'll be another one right here. And then there'll be a bus that comes through that'll block the police from you. And that pretty much ends the mission. So if you were able to take out enough of those cars, guys, you would have credit for that challenge. Again, if you didn't, don't worry about it. We're going to be able to farm that later on. So.
Oh, how come I never saw you on the news? Heavy hitter conduit like you must be public enemy #1.
I got Brent. He keeps me grounded and low profile.
Well, end of the line. We'll unload here.
Fine by me.
Come on. We made a hell of a team out there on the streets. Imagine what we'd be like in the sack.
We're going to head over here to the, actually we'll come down here to the market district. Okay, we'll start here. Just set a waypoint for this neon lumen right here and we'll let these dudes talk. But we'll head in this direction.
Get your boys armed and out looking for Brent, or I'll laze a hole in your sack.
All right, that completes that mission.
Whoa, whoa, now what if I told you I already have some guys asking around for your brother? I'll send you their position. They might have heard something by now.
You go from creep to okay in just a sentence. How do you do that?
Well, born and raised in Texas.
All right, I think they're finally done talking now. So what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna start collecting the neon lumens. We're gonna run the races. We're gonna complete the neon graffiti challenges, and that way we can start collecting a lot of skill points so we can start making a lot of upgrades, okay? So let's go back to our map. Again, I just pressed options. You know, you can do R1 or L2. I mean R1 or R2 to go over to the menu here. We'll go to map. So we're right here where our waypoint was. We're gonna start collecting these. There's really no particular order to this. You can go however you want. I like to start here in the market district and work my way around the map like this. That way I end up in the same, in Georgetown, where I'll eventually be running the next quest. That's why I like starting right here. But there's no order to collecting these guys. As long as we get them all, we're good to go for the trophies. We'll just start here with this neon lumen, and that's the one directly in front of us. Now, the best way I can describe how to get these, because some of them are easy to get, some of them are tricky to get, you just always want to find the highest point. See how if I do a 360 around that lumen, I'm pretty much on the highest point right now. I guess that's a little bit higher right there. But that way you can just kind of jump to it. Most of the time you're going to be able to jump to it and float to it like this. Just holding down the X button, right? That's going to get you a majority of the lumens, okay? No problem. Sometimes you're going to have to press OX really quick together like we talked about in that tutorial. Just hit them really close together, and then you kind of hit them together and then jump out and float. See that? That's going to get you another big portion of these lumens. You're not going to have to upgrade any of your skill tree to be able to get any lumens. I'll show you guys that. Although there is one upgrade called Air Dash that helps you get one. There's one lumen on the map. It's this one. This one right here, the one that's in Paramount. That one's tricky to get. You can get it without the upgrade, but if you guys are having trouble, I'll show you kind of how that works when we get there. But all the other ones, you know, you can pick up, guys, just for knowing this one simple trick: OX and then float. That'll get you probably 90% of these lumens. I just want to kind of point that out before we get started, because that's what I'm going to be doing to get these. Like right now I'm going to hit OX and float. Then I'm going to hit start and find the next one. Okay, we'll go down here. I'll try to go slow so you guys can kind of follow me on the map. Let's see, we'll go this way. You can see it right there. Go over here. And this one we can just basically jump off of this building and float. See that? Then we'll come down here and pick this one up. This one at the bottom. Again, I'm just pressing X to set the waypoint. You can see it right there. This one, you have this purple cloud right here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna run through the purple cloud so we can get a boost of speed, and then jump, and then hold down X. So it's gonna be hold down O, X, then hold down X. Just like that, okay? And we'll, let's see, anytime there's 2 races inside of an area, I'll complete one, but I'll save the last race until it's the last thing on the map, because a lot of times the races will take you into another area. So, you know, that way, if it does take us into another area, well, we can go ahead and start exploring that area and collecting things. So I'll do this race for now. We'll get this done, and then you guys will be ahead of the curve. Here's some Acurans as well. If you guys want to, if you guys see some Acurans up here on the rooftops and you don't have your challenge completed, it's all the way at the bottom of this list, guys. See it right there? Svidaniya, defeat 50 Acurans. If you don't have that yet and you want to work on it while you roam around the map, then go ahead and hit these dudes' weak points like that, okay? And you can start knocking those out as well. One more thing you want to do when you're traveling around the map is look for car icons. They're yellow car icons. You'll see them on the mini map, and those are drive-by shootings. There's a challenge. If you go over here to your challenges again, you'll see don't shoot and drive. It's the very top one. We have 0 of 10, defeat 10 drive-by shootings. If you see those yellow car icons, just stop everything and go and destroy the car. The main thing is that you want to destroy the car with all 4 Acurans either in the car or just as they're stepping out of the car. Because if the car blows up and it kills all 4 Acurans, you'll get credit for don't shoot and drive. Sometimes the Acurans will get out of the car and kind of disperse, and then if you destroy the car, the game won't recognize it being a part of the challenge. Does that make sense? So we'll be looking for those as we kind of roam around the map here and try to get all these collectibles and get the drive-by shootings done at the same time. Now I see this race icon, but I also see a Lumen nearby, so I'm gonna go and pick up the Lumen first. It's gonna be this Lumen right here. And all we got to do to pick up this Lumen is just run really fast by holding down O, press X, and then hold down X. Okay. Then we'll go back up and knock this race out. Okay, just press up. And again, the trick to this is you just want to look at the light. You don't want to look at the clouds, the little neon clouds that are showing up. If you can run just behind the light will always take you through neon clouds, if that makes sense. So as long as you're following the light, you'll automatically hit the neon clouds you need to be able to catch up to the light. So just try to focus on the light itself. I know when I first started running this game, I was trying to look for the neon clouds. And sometimes there's 2 neon clouds. You might be running in the middle of a road, and on one side is a neon cloud and on the right side is a neon cloud. The Lumen's only going to go to one side of the road. Does that make sense? But if you're looking at the neon clouds, you might go to the left neon cloud, and then you're going to be losing time. You're not going to be able to catch up to the Lumen that's roaming the map quicker. So just focus on following the light itself and let the neon clouds kind of take care of themselves, if that makes sense. You'll automatically hit the ones you need to catch up to it. And this is a prime example of the drive-by shooting right here, the yellow car icon. So you can see it on your world map, and then if you press O, you can see it on your mini map. See it down there? And if you hit L3, the car shows up, it highlights, and then you just shoot it. See how it blew up and I got credit, don't shoot and drive on the right hand side of the screen, 1 out of 10. So we're looking for those as we're roaming the map, guys. That way we can kind of kill two birds with one stone here. I'll show you a spot you can farm that later on in case you don't get all 10 while you're roaming the map. I will show you a spot to farm it, but it's a lot quicker to do it now than farming for it later. All right, and this one is right there. So again, we're gonna kind of do a 360. That's kind of tall right there. That's also tall. And I think we're gonna go over here to the Seattle's building, because usually on top of each rooftop there is a neon cloud. See that? So all we're gonna do here is hold down O, hit the cloud, press X. We're gonna do a boost jump and then hold X to get to the neon lumen. So hold down O, X, hold down X, and float right into it. Okay. Come over here and knock this one out next. Again, I'm trying to go as slow as possible so you guys can mark these on your map. We should also be able to get this one from this same one. So again, we're gonna hold down O, get to the edge, press X, hold down X, float right to it. All right, we'll save this race because it's the last one. We talked about that. So we'll go over here and get this lumen next. Press X, set a waypoint. And we'll hit all these neon clouds so we can get over there really quick. And it's gonna be right there. So we're gonna look for a high building. There's another Seattle's building right here. Again, there's always gonna be a neon cloud on top of these buildings. There's where we're going. So just hit that, hold down X, float right into it. Okay. All right, what is next? We'll do the neon graffiti. Take that quest. Try here. Okay, just press up on the D-pad. You guys remember those from Infamous Second Son? He would spray paint things. That's like the equivalent for this game. She does her little neon tricks for it. All right, so we'll hit up this lumen next, guys. And this one, it's right there. So we'll get on top of this water tower. And we're just gonna do, like we talked about, guys, OX, really quick. Like that. We're just gonna do OX and then push forward on the left thumbstick. OX, push forward, and grab that one. And again, there's some Mercurians up here if you want to get some weak point kills. Like that. Like I just got credit for Bullseye, which is 25 weak point kills. I'm now at 20, right? You can keep working on that if you guys want to. All right, so we'll hit up this neon lumen. It's right here. See how there's the lumen right here, and then there's a neon gas cloud over there. There's one over there. So all these are possible options for picking it up, right? So again, we're gonna hold down O, press X, and then hold down X. Like I said, that's gonna get you like 90% of these lumens, guys. That one trick. Actually, a little bit more than 90% probably. All right, we'll select this lumen next. This one is up, I believe. Yeah, it's right there. So again, if we can't get this one from here, we'll definitely be able to get it from like the smokestack. We might be able to get it from here. Hold down O, X. Yeah, we're not quite high enough. So we'll go over here to this smokestack. If it'll let me up here. Yeah. And then again, we're just gonna do the OX trick. Really quick together, push forward on the left thumbstick. So OX, push forward on the left thumbstick, hold down X, and float to it. And I do see another yellow car icon on the mini map right here. So we'll take some time out, destroy this car, get credit for the drive-by. And I think we only have one more thing left in this area, the last Lumen race. So we'll go knock that out. I wanted to cover this game because, like I said, I covered Infamous Second Son at the beginning of the year. You guys seem to really enjoy it. And I've wanted to start getting into more DLC coverage. And I thought this would just be like a perfect fit. Plus, Shadow of the Tomb Raider drops soon, and I wanted to squeeze one more RTC in before we get to Shadow of the Tomb Raider, right? I figured this would be a perfect one to kind of slide in there on the channel for you guys. Again, just follow the light, guys. Don't worry about anything else. Just keep your eyes on the light. You'll automatically hit the gas clouds that you need, and you'll be able to catch up to it. And you can see that we're at 89%, but we have all the lumens, all the races, and all the graffiti. But remember, there's that unknown category at the bottom there. Those are police drones. That'll happen later on in the storyline, and then we'll be able to get 100% in all the areas. So we'll move up here to the Seattle Center. We'll knock out the graffiti first. But yeah, I just wanted to be able to slide in one more RTC before we get into Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I really want to have a clean slate when I get to Shadow of the Tomb Raider, because that's going to be a very time consuming. I haven't seen the trophy list yet, obviously, but just knowing that game and how it's set up in previous Tomb Raider games, they're pretty time consuming. So it's probably going to take a month, 3 weeks to a month before that guide can go up, but I'm definitely going to do an RTC for that, guys. So you can look forward to that. And I've got one more RTC that I want to do, another AAA game before the end of the year. And then I'll probably try to do maybe one more smaller game. That's about all I'll have time to do. But that's 4 more if you include this game. That's 4 RTCs between now and the end of the year, which is pretty good for the time that I have to focus on the channel right now. Trying to do as much as I can with the 30 hours a week or so that I have to do YouTube at the moment. But these things are just so daggone time consuming, man, that it's it's tough to kind of squeeze them in with my schedule. But I'm doing the best I can for you guys to get some content up, because I love putting these things together. They're so much fun to do. And I think you guys are really gonna like the other AAA game I have planned for the end of the year. It's gonna be a first time that I've ever done something like that on the channel. It's a special kind of RTC. I think you guys will really enjoy it. It's gonna drop before the end of the year for you guys. All right, so now see how that Lumen race kind of took us into another area, Queen Anne. We're gonna go back into Seattle Center. You don't have to do this, guys. You can collect, like I said, you can collect these things in any order that you want, but I like to go area by area. Kind of locked in there. Okay, so we've got one here. We've got one over there. The way that we're going to get this one is there's a gas cloud right there. You can get it from here, or the better way to get it is up here. Believe it or not, there's a gas cloud on top of this building. See how we're higher in this area? We're higher than the actual Lumen itself. So you just hold down O, hit the cloud, press X, hold down X, float right to it. You can get it from this one, from this gas cloud, but you have to upgrade some of your skills to be able to get it. So I like to just go up there and knock it out. And then let's see. Let's go down here and get this odd man out, and then we'll come back and do the race. Let's see. Right there, see it? So that one we can just get on this building over here and just drop down. The building with the billboard. And just hold down X to float to it. Tilt your camera down so you can land right on top. There's another car. Let's go get that car. Again, just pressing L3. You can see it. That one's that car is actually driving away from us, so let's use our gas clouds here to catch up to it. Got that one. Okay, we'll press start or press options, and we'll come over here and do this race. This is kind of time consuming at the beginning of the run, but getting it out of the way I think is really good, and then you guys will be really powered up. Even though you're playing on the easy difficulty, it'll feel like very easy at that point because you'll have most of your skill powers unlocked. Actually, you'll have them all unlocked before too long here. Not to mention, you do, like I said, there are 3 skill trees that you can't. Oh, that's bad. Didn't mean to go up the side of that building. I might can still catch up to it. Yeah, I should be able to catch up to it. Eventually it'll fly off and you have to repeat the whole thing. I think I should be able to catch up to it though before it flies off. There you go. Whew. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, skill points. So like I said, there are 3 skill trees that unlock as you progress the story, but you guys will have all the skill points available for now. Before those 3 skill trees open up, you'll have them all. Just come up here to the top of these, you can pick that one up, and then there's another one down there. You can just press X, hold down X, and float to it. Okay, we'll do options, we'll go collect this one. See, it's over this way. This is the one that's on top of the, right there. So we're just gonna climb the side of this by holding down O and going straight up this wall right here. And then there's gonna be a platform to the left of the Lumen right here. You can stand on that and then just jump off and float to it by holding down X. All right, let's head over here. We'll get this Lumen next. And if this is too fast for you guys, you can go down to in the bottom right hand side of the YouTube player. There's a gear icon that you can select, and then you can actually adjust the speed of the video. You can make it go slower. My voice will sound real weird, but all my inputs and stuff will be slower, right? You'll be able to see them a little bit maybe cleaner for you if it's too fast. And you'll be able to follow the guide a little bit easier if it's too fast for you. I'm pretty sure we can get this one from here using this gas cloud. So we're just gonna hit this and go all the way to the edge right here, press X, and then float to it. Hold down O, all the way to the edge, press X, float, get that one. And we'll do this one next, the one to the right of the race. Let's see. This one should be over here. Is it in between? No, it's not here. It must be above us. I just don't see it. There's one over there. That one. That's this one. We're looking for this one. Do I just not see? Oh, there it is, right there. So again, we want to find the highest possible point, which is going to be this building over here. See how there's always a gas cloud? That's the one that we're looking for right there. So we're gonna hold down O, get to the edge, press X, hold down X, and float into it. Then we'll come over here and get this one. So now we're looking for this one, see? The race is actually right behind us. And to get this one, you just do the quick OX together, OX. Or I guess not together, but you can do them together, which is how I do it. As long as you're pressing up on the left thumbstick, you can do them at the same time. But if you want to do it from a stationary position like this, the best way to do it is OX quickly together. So OX, then hold down X and float right into it. Oh, I see another car. Let's take that out. Again, just hitting L3 so I can see where the vehicle is. Got it. All right, we'll go back and finish this race, because that's going to be enough to complete this entire area. Okay, press up. We might have to kill some enemies. Sometimes it forces you to kill these enemies because there's like a war going on or whatever, a little combat thing going on. So we'll just come down here and gives us an opportunity to get some weak point kills. Got him. So see how my challenge is complete now? That's for 25 weak point kills. Now I'm currently working on Sharpshooter, 50 weak point kills. Again, just working on those weak point kills. Ooh, that's a grenade. Or not a grenade, I think it's more of like a flashbang. Should be one more dude, yeah. Alright, that should be good enough now for me to do this race. Sometimes it won't let you do these events if there's like a... Oh, there we go. If there's a bunch of enemies around. Again, just follow the light source. Got it. Okay, so that takes care of that area. We're 90%. We'll go up here and do this one. Let me do that a little bit slower for you guys. This one right here. Okay. This one you can actually get by standing on top of this parking garage, on top of this AC unit right here. And we're gonna do the OX trick. So, I fell off. So we're gonna do OX really quick together. OX, hold down X, and float to it. Like I said, you can do OX together at the same time, as long as you're pushing up on the left thumbstick first, which is how I do it typically. But if you're going to do it the way that I just showed you guys how to do it from a stationary position, you want to do OX first and then push up on the left thumbstick. So whichever one of those is more comfortable for you to do is how you want to do it. All right, we should be able to get this using this purple cloud right here. So we're just gonna hold down O, press X, jump. And I kind of dashed there at the end. If you don't have enough height, you can use this one. Right, just do it like this and then grab it, float down to it. Whichever one of those buildings works better for you. You can get it both ways. All right, we'll do this this Lumen race. Should be right over here. Again, just following the light. And don't worry about the clouds. Just follow the light. Okay, and we'll get this Lumen next. This one I think is above me, yeah. This one you can actually just stand underneath it like this and just press OX super fast and you'll jump right up into it like that. Okay, we'll come up here and get this one at the top of the map, and then we'll do the neon graffiti. All right, you can see we've got some gas clouds here. I think there's a gas cloud up here as well. Yeah, so we'll use this one. It's higher than the other one. Again, we're just gonna hold down O, press X, float right into it. Do this neon graffiti. It's over here on the side of the street, right here. Okay.
Two rare beauties spotted in the Emerald City.
Come up here and get this one. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some neon. You can pick up neon with these open and closed signs and these type of signs like this. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some. The neon bars in the bottom left there, that pinkish purple bar down there. Just try to keep it filled up if you can. All right, where was this thing at? Oh, right here. Right there. So we should be able to get that using this gas cloud right here. Just hold down X, float into it. Okay, we'll do this one. Yeah, definitely guys, 3 more RTCs. Well, 4 if you count this one by the end of the year. That's roughly 1 a month. So I think that'll be good for the channel. Let's see, I think it's above me. Yep, right there it is. So we use this gas cloud right here. Okay. We'll do this one next. But Patreon support has been coming through a lot, guys, in the last probably 30 to 60 days. I think I was at $27, and I think now the community has chipped in $85. To this one, guys, you just hit OX, jump straight up. And so that's really encouraging to me that that this is something that you guys may want to see me do full time, which is obviously my dream, is to just put together guides full time. Because if I could do this full time, I could put together, man, I could put together 25 guides a year, easy. It'd be independent games mixed with some AAA games. But that would be 25 platinums a year for you guys. If I could do this full time, part time, which is what I'm doing now, you know, I can do 8 to 12 a year. It just depends on if they're AAA or not. And that's about the best I can do with the time that I have. But I do give you guys all my spare time. Even when I'm doing something else with my spare time, I'm thinking about how to write guides. Even if I'm playing something just for fun, I'm always like, wonder how I can get a guide done for this game. I'm always thinking about ways that that I can get you know, content up on the channel. But it's just so tough when you've only got 25, 30 hours a week. It's tough. But I do appreciate you guys who are coming together on Patreon and really showing me that you care enough to support financially. It's a big step. But it means the world to me. To get this one, guys, just hit this purple cloud right here. Just jump, hold down X. And then to get this one, we'll go over here to this building and look for the purple cloud right there. And I don't know if you can see it. See it right there? That's where we're heading. We're just gonna hold down O, press X, hold down X, and float to it. And we got one more left. It's right up there. So again, we'll find the tallest building. Oh, you know what? Let's break from this and get this car. Get this drive-by shooting. Because a lot of times these cars will disappear if you don't go straight to them.
I'm sure an airbag will help.
Nice. All right, now we'll head back to our waypoint. But yeah, there's nothing more than I would want to do in life than wake up and just make guides. I've done this YouTube channel for like 6 years, you know what I mean? And I'm just committed at this point to continuing to do it, right? Should be a gas cloud behind me. Yeah, right here. So you see it right there. So we're just gonna hold down O, press X, pick it up just like that. You can also get it from here by doing something like that, just doing the OX trick, but the gas cloud really helps as well. Whichever one of those is better for you guys. That should be it for this area. Sweet, so we'll head over here, start knocking out Paramount. This one, I might can use the same purple cloud, yeah. So we're gonna press O, get to the end, hit X, hold down X, pick that one up. Let's do the neon graffiti, because it's close. Down here, yep, nice. Again, bear with me here. It's like I've been drinking alcohol or something. So drunk. It's an effort to get that done, more so than it should be.
This one's for you, Brent.
All right, so we'll do, actually we'll go to the top because I want to end on this one. So we'll come up here. Actually, let's get these, we'll get these two. Yeah, we'll get these two. I know they're out now. We'll get these two. All right, so we'll hit this cloud, press X, hold down X. Dash back toward the camera, back toward the building. And there's one right there. Do the same thing with the same cloud. X, hold down X, float to it. Okay, and we'll come over here and get this one. Again, just looking for yellow car icons on the mini map while I'm roaming around here. We might can get it from here, but we can definitely get it from there. We'll see. So we'll hold down O, press X. Yeah, that's too far away. We'll get it from here, guys. Hold down X. Sometimes these things can play with your depth perception some. They look closer than they actually are until you jump off a building, and then it's like, oh, they're pretty far away. Not gonna make it. Let's see, is there any gas clouds up here? Nope. So this one we can probably get from here. Just run and jump. Okay, no need to use a cloud there. There's a car icon, so let's get that. Got him. Alright, let's head back over here. Stuck. Alright, let's see. Where is this? Oh, looking for the race. I thought I was looking for a Lumen. I saw the race icon down here, but I was like, nope, I'm looking for a Lumen. Again, just follow the light. Okay. Got it. And the faster you can pick those things up, the better off you're gonna be, because you don't leave the area, right? So see if there's a gas cloud up here. Actually, we can probably just get it. It's pretty far away though. I think we're gonna need to use this gas cloud. If we can get some weak point kills while these dudes are up here. So we're just gonna hold down O, get to here, press X, see if we can get enough height for it. I think we can. Hold down X and then dash at the end. Couldn't quite get it. So that means there's gotta be a building. It's this building. Here we go. This is the building right here. Let me show you guys where I'm at on the map. Right there. Just gonna hold down O, use the cloud. Just jump right into it. Okay. Let's do the race. Because I definitely want to end up there. I'll break my rule for this one area. Because we're kind of in the middle of the map. So I'm hoping that we can catch this Lumen quick. And then we don't leave the area. Okay, stay on top of the track. It's eventually going to go down to the bottom, I believe. Yeah. Should be able to catch up with this one fairly fast. Nice, so we don't leave the area. Well, we left it a little bit, but we can go back. We'll go to this one at the top. All right, there is that one, but it's for another area, so we'll just do this one first. It's way down here. Yeah, I see it. We'll use this cloud. So just kind of aim for that. See how there's one thing there and then there's a second one? Just kind of aim in that direction. Hold down O, get to the edge, press X, hold down X, and just kind of float into it. Okay. We'll head down. Actually, we'll come over here and get these two because they're kind of just sitting out there by themselves. I saw some dudes up here. And get me some weak point kills. I can see. Let my focus build back up. Alright, I see a Lumen over there. See that one? Oh, and I see a car as well. Let's get the car first. Always want to make it priority.
Hope you're wearing a seatbelt.
Okay. Gets his head. Got him. Alright, so we're gonna hit this gas cloud. Actually, there's another gas cloud up here. This will be better. Hold down X. And then there's another one up there, which will go to this building because it's tallest in the area. So it's this one, guys. So hold down O, press X. Okay. And then we'll head down and get the last four. And that wraps up this area. We'll use this gas cloud for this one. Again, just the same trick, holding down X. Okay, then there's this one, which you can get from the building. See it right there? You just go over here to this building. And see if I can see it down there. And there's the gas cloud, so let's hold down X. Okay. Get this one. Believe it or not, I filmed this about 2 days ago because I posted up on Facebook and Twitter that I was doing a recording in RTC. And I did that night. I filmed about 4 hours and then found out that my live commentary, my capture had failed. So this is me doing it a second time for you guys. Dedication, baby. We might be able to get it from here. If not, we'll just go over there to that building. But there's the gas cloud there. Was able to get it. You can also get it from here. I just saw this as I was flying through the air. Let me show you where this is on the map. This building right here. You can just do it like that. See what I'm saying? Probably be a little bit better. You'll be a little bit higher. You'll get a lot more lift on that jump. Okay, so this is the one that's the trickiest one of all. Let me show you guys how tricky this one is. So you've got it right there and you see a cloud here. So you're thinking, well, I can just use the cloud and pick it up, but you don't get enough lift doing it from here. You also don't get enough lift if you do it from this higher elevation here. And when you look around, it's like, man, there's nothing that's taller than this building, right? But there is, and it's that building way off in the distance. That's the building that you have to get on to get that lumen. It seems like you're not gonna be able to make it, but you can. And this is the one that I found to be the trickiest when I was getting the platinum for my first time. I was like, man, how the heck do I get this? I started upgrading all my skills and all kind of stuff. And really all you have to do is just come over here. And you can't see it from here, but it's somewhere in this area, okay? And what you're gonna do is get your running start, right? So start running toward the edge. You're gonna hold down O at the same time. Then when you get to the edge, you're gonna hit X. So we're gonna hold down O, hit X, start floating. Press O, float some more. Press O, float some more. You can see that I almost got it right there. We'll do it again. And if you're having trouble, you can just upgrade your air dash. I think I just didn't dash enough. You have to float, dash, float, dash. I think I just needed to do it a little bit more. So we'll float for a second, dash, float, dash, float, dash, float, dash, float. Yeah, I just didn't do it enough. I think I only did it twice. So you kind of have to keep that rhythm up. That way you keep some distance going and you're floating at the same time and you can pick that one up. If you're still having trouble with it, just go into your upgrades menu and upgrade air dash. You have 75 skill points. Well, I guess some of you won't have 75. You'll have less because you wouldn't have picked up that lumen, but you'll have enough to do the 8 you need to upgrade that. You'll definitely be able to pick it up at that point. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's do this car event, this drive-by shooting. Okay, and I think we have 1, 2, 3 more districts and we're done. And I thought about not doing commentary for this since my first attempt at commentary failed because my capture failed. But I know that many of you really enjoy me kind of commentating across all these videos. So I just came back in and decided to do it again for you guys, because I know it can kind of be boring to do stuff like this. Because I think in the past with RTCs, I've just done things like, okay guys, farm this and I'll see you guys in the next episode. And then you kind of have to do it on your own. And that's cool because I do instruct you on how to do it. But if you guys are playing this alongside of me, then, you know, at least I'm there to kind of keep you company while you do all these tedious things that can be a little bit boring at times. Okay, that's done. We'll head over here and work on this neon lumen. But yeah, I really feel like that if I start focusing on DLCs and smaller indie titles, like I covered Dig Dug the other day, or a couple of weeks ago, you guys seem to really enjoy that. It was kind of something different. Again, guys, press O, X, hold down X. If I start covering those games, I might can do more than 12 guides a year. it'll just be smaller titles. Won't be AAA titles, which is really how my channel was founded, on the AAA titles. But it's just tough doing those, guys. They require a lot of time. I know my God of War guide was, I don't know, like 150 hours or something to put that guide together, and I didn't even do commentary. Because if I'd have did commentary, I would have had to do the game one more time to practice like the commentary portion of it, right? And that would have taken up another, that would have been another, you know, 40 or 50 hours, right? In that building that guide. And that was already about a month out of the game's release, so I felt the need to get it up quick. Since then, I've refined some of my the production that goes on behind the scenes to create my guides. I've kind of refined it a bit and made it a lot easier, which I'll be doing a comprehensive behind the scenes for that over on Patreon. If you guys are supporting me on Patreon, I'll have that up soon. You guys can see what I've been kind of working on to kind of make things quicker, so that when a AAA game does drop on day one, it doesn't take me 4 weeks to get that thing out, right? Because a lot of it is held back by production. You know, the fact that I have to play and edit. You know, I don't have like an editor that does it for me. If I could just play and I had somebody that could just edit it for me, well, that would be a whole different ball game, right? I could just sit here and bang out RTCs. But when you have to do the playing and the routing and the editing, it's a lot of work. And it's not hard work. It's not like digging a ditch or anything, but it's definitely time consuming work. And time is really the one thing that I don't have right now. So that's what kind of holds me up from getting projects done like I used to. Because if you guys remember back in the day when I first started this channel, I was doing YouTube basically full time. I had one client that I did work for, but he only used me about 7 or 8 times a year, and I had plenty of free time, and I was putting in like 60, 70 hours a week. I was covering every major game, and I was doing it in record time. Like I would get a whole game done in 4 or 5 days, you know. But I just don't have that kind of time at this point. So, you know, we'll get there. I know that if I keep putting in the work, even if it's part-time, and I keep showing you guys that I'm really trying to get it done, and that I'm really do want to help you guys get your trophies, that I think over time, you know, I'll be rewarded for that with the ability to do this as a full-time career. I think the community will chip in and help with that, but I expect to have to earn it, you know, of course. I don't expect to just wake up tomorrow and have my Patreon goal met. I expect it to take some time, you know. You have to work for stuff in life that you want. So there's the one we're going for now, guys. See it right there? We got on top of this building, and I think there's a, is there a gas cloud down there maybe? I don't think there's a gas cloud, but I don't think we need one. We've got so much height. We're just gonna hold down O, press X, hold down X, dash at the end. You can get that one. Okay, we'll wait on the race, because it's probably gonna take us out of the area. But yeah, I think some people look at their Patreon as like oh, people will just throw me cash. And it's like, nah, man, you should have to earn it, right? I expect to have to work hard for it. Just press OX really quick here, guys. OX, dash at the end, and get that one. And I think I've had my Patreon up for like 3 years. And we just hit my first goal, which was $60 a month. Like, we just hit it. So it could take another 10 years for me to get to my target goal, right? I don't know, but I'm willing to wait that long, you know, as long as people are rewarding me for my work and not just feeling like they have to just give me money, because I like to work for my money. Then I feel like it's a good trade-off, because I could do things like, oh, there's a car. Let's get this. Die, fool. I think I just got credit for the challenge. That was weird. I didn't get credit for the challenge right then. Oh yeah, I did. 10 out of 10. I'm done. So I must have finished that with the previous car that I destroyed. I just didn't notice it. No, I expect to work for it, guys. But the amount of effort that you guys have put into helping me in the last 60 days has been tremendous. And I just can't thank you guys enough. All right, so let's do this. There's nothing worse in life than doing something that you don't want to do while you think about something you do want to do. Don't get me wrong, I love my job. I love my freelance career. I help a lot of people with websites and, you know, stuff like that. And it's fun and I get to create my own hours, and I've been doing it for over 10 years and it's taken care of me quite nice. There's a lot of money to be made doing it, and it's, you know, I'm very successful at it, but I'd rather be making guides. You see what I'm saying? That's what I would rather be doing. You know, spending 30 hours or 40 hours working on a project for a client, thinking in your head, man, I could have spent this 40 hours writing a sweet guide for YouTube and for my subscribers. And unless you're in that position in life where you're doing something, but you'd rather be doing something else, you don't know what that feels like. But it's absolute torture, man. But you know, you do what you do. You have to just keep everything maintained. And oh, let's kill these guys for some weak point kills. You have to just tell yourself that if you keep doing the right thing in life, that good things will happen. And that's my motto. If I keep doing the right thing, that good things will happen. And I know I could monetize my channel with Google ads, and I could do G Fuel and all the different sponsorships, but then my RTCs would become ads. Like I would be throwing ads up all the time because I would have to, because that's how I would, you know, create an income for myself. Like there might be an ad that pop up right now that says G Fuel 10% off, use the coupon, you know what I mean? Or I might have to even stop the video and talk about it, because some of these sponsorships require you to actually verbally talk about their products in your videos. So it would just be tacky in my opinion. And honestly, I don't think it would even be interesting for me to do, because they don't watch my content. Dr. Pepper don't watch my content. Coke, Pepsi, Geico, all these people, they don't care about my content. They just care about numbers. I feel like the only way to truly know the value of the content that I produce is to put it out there and say, look, you know, what are you willing to donate each month to get this kind of content? That's the only way you know the true value of the work you're putting out on YouTube. That's why I feel like it's the most honest way of not only helping you guys out, but creating an income for myself, is to just do it. You know, I'm gonna do the work, and then if there's a reward at the end of it, then so be it. If not, I'm still gonna do the work. It's just gonna be maybe less work per year, right? Less guides per year, but I'm still gonna post something. It's not like I'm gonna walk away completely if my funding goal isn't met. I'm just gonna give you guys what I can to the best of my ability. And I feel like that's honest, and I don't know, it creates a good, healthy environment between the channel and the viewers, I think. Let's go over and hit this race next. It's kind of the odd man out, and I don't have to do any more of the drive-by shootings because I've already done them all. Let's get these sweet weak point kills though. Really? Got him that time. Like I say, you don't have to stop and do these weak point kills, guys, but where did this dude go? Oh, he must have, oh, he went down the stairs. He's down already. It'll just save you some time later on, and you might as well do it if you come across. I mean, don't make a special trip to take out any enemies using weak points, but you know, if you're on a rooftop and they're on the same rooftop with you, might as well take them out. Like these guys right here, I'm gonna pass by these guys. I might as well get 3 quick weak point. It's just gonna be less farming that you have to do later on. There's my Sharpshooter, that's for weak point. Right, we talked about that. So now I'm working on True Sniper, which is 100 weak point kills. Okay, here's the race. I keep looking over at my capture card and my audio to make sure that I'm still recording. By the way, there's a Lumen at the end of this tunnel right here. You see it? You can go and pick that up while you're here. It won't cost you too much time, and you can still catch up to this Lumen before this event ends. And then I'm gonna go ahead and drain some more neon from this sign right here, so I can have a full stack down there. Let's see, let's do let's go back and pick up this Lumen. And again, I'm going to show you guys where to farm the drive-by shootings as well, and if you don't have enough by the time we finish collecting, I'll show you guys that. All right, where's this Lumen at? Must be below me. Yup, right here. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more Lumens. And then 2 more events. And we're almost done, guys. We got 1 more area. All right, let's kill these dudes. Alright, there's the purple cloud. Just hold X, float to it. Another one right there. You see it? There's a purple cloud on this roof. Yeah. We might be able to get this from here. Actually, yeah, we should be able to get it from here. Hold down X and then dash maybe? Nope, not quite, but let's go to this building. This is actually closer. Here we go. This is the right building. See the gas cloud there? You can jump about right there and pick it up. So we'll hold down O, X. We almost got it with the, I think if I'd had the air dash ability, the upgraded air dash ability, I could have got it from the other building. All right, this one you just get on top of the sign. You guys remember in Second Son, this is the first time that you met Fetch. She was trying to snipe you from this billboard right here. She had her clothes and her setup in here. This is where she was living at. All right, so just hold down O, press X, float to it, and we'll get the dock. Take these out. This one, I feel like you can get there. It seems like I remember doing this in practice. You should be able to get there from here. Just hold down O, press X, float, 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 and then at the last second hit O. You can kind of cross over the water, and then you can pick this one up. Dash over here, and then you want to dash to this one or jump to this one, and you can pick up this one. Okay, that should be everything. Now we'll wrap this up with the graffiti and the race, then we'll be going to the last area, and that's going to wrap up the episode, I feel like. Let me look at my notes while this loads in. We're gonna get these yeah, so once we pick up these 3 trophies, we'll be wrapping up episode 1. Then we'll get into some more of the story, which I found the story for this to be really good for a DLC. I liked it. You guys know I'm not really a fan of DLCs because I feel like sometimes the content is cut from the base game, but with something like this, it's obvious that this wouldn't have worked as part of the main game. So I like DLCs that are set up like this, where it's like a different character telling a different part of the story. I like that sort of thing. Oh, I missed that first purple cloud. That's not good. Should be able to get it though right here. Got it. Okay, so that's everything in that area. So now we're down to the final area. Just heading toward that custom marker I set up. I just saw it. I think we're gonna need to go up here. I remember this one from practice. Yeah, you can get that one from here. So just do the trick where you hit O and X kind of at the same time, or I guess O first and X shortly after. Get this one next. This one you can get up on top of this water tower and just dive off, hold down X. Most of these I remember, but there's some of them where I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. Because I thought about in my guide, because I make notes, I thought about like, okay, each lumen, documenting where I jumped from and, you know, all that stuff. But that just, it would have taken so long to get this guide up. Just fall down to this one. That I said, I'm sure that I can figure it out when I get there. Or it'll come back to me in my memory. Actually, let's do this race. This one. Because we want to keep working ourselves toward the main objective, because that's where we're going to pick up episode 2 at. If I remember correctly, this one is the toughest one to get. Yeah, the one that stays on the rooftops. This one's tricky. If you get it early, it's not bad. Like if you can get it right there, but if it keeps going, it gets kind of tricky. So just keep that one in mind. We'll get, we'll go back over here and knock this out. I might can get it from here. Almost. This one you get from the sub pop sign over here. There's actually two, one there and one there. You get them both from using the same purple cloud. That one. Then you go over here and get this one. Show you where I'm at right here on the map. Getting this one right now. Okay, and then there's another one. You can't see it from here, but it's off in the distance. I think that one we have to go over here. See it up there? You have to get that from this building. Oh, I see some enemies. Okay. There it is. And we'll get this one. Another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about while we have some dead time here. How interested would you guys be to watch me live stream riding guides? It'll be a slow, boring, tedious process because you'll see me play the game from scratch. And you'll see how I make notes, and you know, of course, if some of you guys have already played the game, you could even help me route it, right? Be interactive. But that's something I've been thinking about. I don't think I got enough lift on that one. We have to get it from this building, the Seattle's building. See the Seattle's building right there? You get it from this side, guys. How interested would you guys be in watching me live stream routing guides? It'd be, like I said, it'd be from scratch. Just curious. You can leave that in the comment, because if you would like to watch that, then that's something I could do for, you know, 4 or 5 hours a day, every day, because that's about what I spend on YouTube, you know, making the guides in private. If you guys would want to watch that, then I could live stream it and we could interact and talk. And like I said, if you guys have played the game, or maybe you've got a trophy, then you could even help me write the guide, and I could of course give credit in the description once the guide is made, you know, people who helped and, you know, that sort of thing. If you have a YouTube channel and that sort of stuff, then I could, you know, put that in my description, because I want to make sure everybody gets credit for their work, right? But then we could kind of interact every day. And I know I used to do a show called The Daily Dose when I had time. Can't really do that show now just because I don't have the time to produce it. But a live show, there's no production. You just do it. It just is, right? And so I just start the stream and we just go at it, right? For 4 or 5 hours a day. And I would do that 6 days a week. So I don't know. Y'all let me know if that's something you'd want to watch. That's about all I could do live stream wise, just because I have to be writing guides with the 30 hours that I have. Otherwise, if I had more time, I would just live stream, you know, challenges or, you know, some other things, right? But for now, if I did some type of live stream, it would have to be just me writing guides, which, like I said, I don't know how boring that would be to watch. Some of you might be fascinated by the process. And then, like I said, if you wanted to interact with the live stream, then you could even help write guides. There's your That's So Fetch trophy. That's for wrapping up all the neon graffiti. We're going to get a trophy for doing this Lumen, and we're going to get a trophy for doing this race. Y'all let me know that in the comments. I'm curious. Another thing I was thinking about doing is live streaming speed runs of getting all the achievements for games that I've covered. So like, for instance, this game, once I finish this and I post the RTC for YouTube on YouTube, right? Then I would go back and route it for speed, because right now I have to route it for education, teach you guys how to play, make sure that you've got the upgrades you need, because I have to make the guide for all skill levels, right? But if I routed it for speed, it would just be based on like my skill level and the speed of the game, and it would be a lot quicker. And maybe that's something you guys might want to watch, and we could do it maybe every Saturday. Every Saturday I would do a stream where I would just go for a speed run for a certain game and do all the achievements. And you know, I would do it for maybe a month, try to perfect my time, and then we move on to another game, right? Might be something that we can look at doing in the future on the channel. But you guys will have to let me know that down in the comments. But that wraps up this episode, guys. We got 4 trophies already. Got 1 for the story. We did the 1 for the Lumens, the races, and the graffiti. So you guys should have 4 trophies banked. Once we get into episode 2, we're going to start continuing with the story a little bit. We're going to do some upgrades to our character, and we're going to do some more farming. Let me go ahead and give you guys an idea of where I stand with challenges. Make sure that you've done the don't shoot and drive. Actually, you know what? Before we end this episode, let me show you guys how to farm this. So you can find any place to die. You can find a drive-by shooting like this to take a death, or you can find the Occurrens that are up on the rooftops of these buildings sometimes. Just find you a place to die and take a death, and the game is automatically going to put you at one spot in the city. It's the checkpoint that it puts you off every single time when you die. And that's a magic spot for getting APCs, Occurrens, hostages. We're going to do all that stuff obviously in this series, but all of those events show up right there. And I think they actually killed themselves. I think there's only one dude left. Come here, buddy. Oh, here we go. 2 guys left. Hey, man. Shoot me, bro. It's like when you want to die in a video game, nobody can kill you. When you don't want to die, everybody's killing you. Shoot me, bro. It's okay. I can. Yeah, there you go. There's 3 guys right here and they cannot kill me. And this dude just disappeared. Okay, that's weird. All right, so we need to find another place to die. I need to show you guys this trick in case you're I'm just gonna hit my L3 and see if I can spot enemies on the rooftops. There's enemies near me because I keep seeing, oh, it's that I'm seeing. All right, let's move on here a bit. If I can spot some enemies. There's usually guys in here. Maybe not. Oh, there's some guys. All right, so let's let these dudes kill us. Oh, I thought they were, oh yeah, there's guys right here. Just have to shoot at their feet one time and they just start firing at you. They're kind of stupid. Might even have to punch them. They're so silly. On easy difficulty, they're just silly, man. Alright, so what you want to do is just take a death. And it automatically puts you off here. And then you see how the car showed up over there? Right? You would destroy that car, find another place to die, and then it would put you off right here again, back on this building. And you would just repeat that until you get to your 10. Actually, there's some people right there that can kill you, right? So you take the car out and come back up here and I'll let these dudes kill you. And just rinse and repeat that, guys, until you get the challenge done. But you definitely want to make sure that you have the don't shoot and drive complete before you go to episode 2. Everything else doesn't really matter. Even if you don't have those 2 done, Bullseye, Sharpshooter, doesn't matter. Once we get to the farming spot in episode 2, you'll be able to pick all those up. And any other ones that you have completed, that's fine too. If you've completed more than me, no problem, okay? Because we're all just going to be catching up as we play through the game. And that's it, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. I'll see you right back here in episode number 2. You guys be good. So I wanted to take a second and tell you guys about my dream. My dream is to wake up every single day and create guides just like the one you just watched here on YouTube full time. Now there's several ways that I can monetize my work in order to make that dream come true. Number 1, I could do Google ads. Number 2, I could do sponsorships. Number 3, I could do endorsements. The only problem with those 3 options is that I think they're going to degrade the quality of what I'm trying to produce here on Square One Games. Not only that, but I don't want to try to pitch my subscribers something that I don't necessarily believe in, and that's why I've decided to just go the Patreon route. If you want to see more guides like this on YouTube, you also want to have that person that you can go to where you're gonna get an answer to your comments, okay? I've responded to probably 90+% of every comment ever left on my channel, and I've been on YouTube for 6 years. You can go to any one of my videos, look in the comments, and I'm in there. Think of it like customer service, you know? That's exactly what I like to do from my community. So if you guys wanna help get more guides like this up on YouTube, I just need more time to do it, that's it. So hopefully you guys will support me in that if you like this kind of content. Thank you.